you're a contractor trying to figure out how to follow up and make sure you actually get it done, this video is going to give you the tactics I've used to close millions of dollars in business. Hey everybody, I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Sales Podcast. Follow-up is essential. That's where the FU money comes from, the follow-up money. It is where you differentiate yourself significantly from your competition. Look, if you're winning right now and you're like, I just can't even handle more business, don't think about the next 90 days. Think about the next 3 to 5 years. If you don't service your marketplace effectively and communicate professionally, you are going to lose the long game. I promise you, I've seen it, and I've seen it again. Please listen to what I have to say in this video and implement in your business. One of the biggest complaints I hear from consumers all the time, and if you know Ryan, he dealt with it and he's in the industry dealing and personally knows some of the people he called for his project. When somebody calls you, whether you can help them or not, or whether you think they're willing to wait or not, it is your responsibility to call them back. So how do you do that? Mike, I'm so busy. Mike, I can't take it. Mike, no one would want to wait that long. Who are you to decide for your clients what they're willing to do? If you've built a phenomenal reputation in your marketplace, people will wait 6, 8, 12 months for you, especially if you're doing larger scale projects. Because look, if someone's going to spend $100, $200, $500, $1 million on a project, they want the right company. And if you're that right company, call them back, please. To do that, you need to schedule time for it. I'm huge on time blocking. Having specific time on my calendar that is non-negotiable, time for specific non-mission critical activities that need to happen consistently. What do I mean by non-mission critical? Being on a job site, installing, managing, dealing with subs, mission critical. If those things don't happen, your current clients suffer. But things like marketing, social media content, follow-ups, employee development are all non-mission critical stuff that is incredibly important to the success of your business. You could argue that they are more mission critical to the mission of your business as a whole long-term, but when you're looking at it from a day-to-day, week-to-week perspective, my opinion is mission critical are job specific things. They're the easiest to not do. They're the easiest to say, well, I got this client, I got that client, I got this order, I got this sub not showing up, all these things. But your future clients are the lifeblood of the consistency to your business. It's how you pay your mortgage. It's how you keep your employees paid. It's how their families eat. It's your job to maintain that. It's your job to maintain those conversations. So schedule time every single day to return phone calls. That sounds so simple and so easy to do. And so, of course, Mike, think back the last 30 days. Is there somebody you didn't call back? Maybe it's not about that specific person, but maybe it's the person that relationship could have referred you to. Or maybe it's not the project they're doing now. Maybe it's the project they thought about doing in 2 years. Most people don't think about that. Even if you're just calling somebody back to say, hey, look, I got your voicemail. Look, I'm not the right company for you. I appreciate you referred to us, but we're not taking on projects that small right now. Here's somebody that you can call. Because ultimately, somebody's calling you to get a problem solved. They don't necessarily need you to solve that problem. But if you just give them the next step towards a solution, you've become exponentially more valuable to them because they know you're willing to help them, even if you're not going to get value from it. I built several businesses, or grew at least several businesses by multiple 7 figures based on that concept alone. I would get calls from people going, hey Mike, I'm not sure this is right for you, but are you interested? And if not, who should I be talking to? Which gave me the first right of refusal to projects. Is that important in the busy season? No. But am I maybe looking to get a little creative in the slow season? Yes. And if those people want to call me first, I get to fill my time. Second, anytime you have a prospect, an interested party, a DM, an email through the website, you cannot ignore those. I can't tell you how many times I've sent a DM to a company saying, hey, I might have something for you, or shoot a text message and just never hear back. Again, it's your job to maintain that, but you need to have a routine for it. Here's like the little trick. It doesn't need to be you. This is where someone talks about like, hey, when's the right time to hire a salesperson? Maybe it's not a specific salesperson in front of the client, because teaching somebody to how to have the right eye for design, the right process, the right information for pricing, it takes time. But having somebody that can just be proactively communicating and responding to people on a regular basis so that at least your brand is in front of those people on a consistent basis could be very valuable. Like that could be the office manager that you haven't really been able to figure out how to make the money off of them. It could be that salesperson that you're just unsure what they're going to be doing, or you don't trust them in front of your clients yet. Make them a sales assistant. Make it their job to respond to those and like do the initial discovery call. Give them a script of 5 to 6 questions to ask so that they can then determine and qualify them in, so the people you talk to as the business owner, as the primary salesperson, you know you're spending time with the right people. It doesn't take a lot to do that. You could pay somebody $20 an hour to do that. That's worth every penny of that as you continue to grow your business. Third, you can't be afraid to say no. The number one reason I hear contractors say they didn't call back is because they didn't have good news. They didn't have the right answer. They didn't have an answer at all. An example of that would be a client calls, find out when that special order thing's coming in. Let's say they call you on a Tuesday, you're like, oh man, I don't have an answer for her yet. I'll wait to call her back until I have an answer. You think that's the right thing to do? If you were calling one of your suppliers trying to figure out when something was going to show up, would you want them to just not call you back until they had an answer? Or would you want to at least hear from them telling you, hey, look, I've taken this action. I haven't heard back from the distribution center yet. I'll let you know as soon as I can. Think about the difference in experience there. You need to give that same experience to your clients. So even if you don't have news, even if there's no update, a quick call to being like, hey, got your voicemail. Look, I'm sorry, I haven't heard back from the supplier yet. I've called them and left them a message. As soon as I hear back, I'll let you know. Most clients, all they want to know is are you prioritizing them? Are you continuing to move the ball forward for them? So it's super important to continue to do that even if you don't have news. Look, those are 3 very, very basic things that you have control over to implement into your business. Trust me, it's worth it long term. Yeah, it might be an inconvenience today, but think about how much of an inconvenience it is a year from now when your revenues start to drop because your market has lost faith in you because you simply don't call people back. I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Sales Podcast. Please check out my Facebook group, Construction Selling. It's an awesome environment. There's over 1,000 people in it now that are just sharing best practices, a lot of great content on sales and leadership and growing businesses. I'd love to see you there. So when you subscribe to the Facebook group, put in the notes that you found it through the YouTube channel just so I can keep track of it and I can treat you with a little special gift. So looking forward to seeing you there. Remember to win fast and win often.